Hey, so if you're new here, I'm logging every single day until I'm a millionaire, and the goal is to show you the raw parts of it. At some point in time, I may do like more vlog style so you see what I actually do during the day, but for right now, I'm just logging essentially what I do throughout the day, what my routine looks like, where I'm at, sorry, the hiccups, where I'm at with regards to business and life, lessons and things that I've been learning. And so hopefully you can pattern copy me, and if you're trying to be successful, follow along and do your thing. But I'd say today was definitely less productive than I wanted to be, but still a very productive day. I woke up around 8 this morning, and then I went on a really long walk for like an hour and just took life in, and it was a good morning. And then I finished the second week of the course that I'm going through right now. It's just a course about starting consulting businesses, and it's a really good free course, but I'm going through that right now. I just finished week 2, which is a majority of it. It's 80 hours of video content, and I think I'm probably about 50 hours in out of the 80, so I'm getting there. I want to finish in the next couple of days, but the last week or so, my days have looked the same. I essentially wake up between 7 and 8 o'clock and go to bed around 10 or 10:30. So I'm getting 8.5 to 9 hours of sleep. Seems like a lot if I'm trying to like grind, but I find I'm one of those people that seems to need a little bit more sleep. And I'm also a bit more prone to burnout because I am very bad at going really hard for a short period of time and then being really lazy for a short period of time, and essentially just fluctuating. And so I'm trying to curb that and become more consistent while also still working hard. And so I find that requires me to get consistent sleep, and so that's what I've been doing. So the last week, for pretty much all these videos, my day has consisted of waking up and essentially just watching video course content, taking notes, thinking, learning. So I'm at that point where I have a lot of the foundational skills, I have all the habits. So I'm reading a lot, I'm eating healthy, I have a sleep schedule, doing all the self-improvement, like biohacking stuff, going to the gym, everything. And I find that the only thing that's holding me back from my goals right now, which at the current moment is I want to get to like 10K a month consistently and then scale from there. And the only thing that's holding me back right now is critical information. And so just essentially being an expert in my field. Like, I don't have enough knowledge and expertise to be able to charge high enough prices to scale. Now, maybe charge some prices, but essentially where I'm at right now, I'm in the learn, study, research phase, where I'm essentially just becoming really good at what I do before I start charging high ticket. And so for anybody who is wondering, my business is called Value First Consulting, and I essentially am just doing high ticket coaching consulting for YouTube personal brands, micro niche personal YouTube brands. If that is not English to you, it's essentially just where you have somebody who's selling some sort of coaching or consulting offer. So coaching or consulting, like, it's pretty straightforward. Call it coaching for ease of like terms. And you're constrained by outbound or reaching out to people. So DMing people, cold email, cold calling people. And at some point you're constrained by that and you need to start hiring. Or you can start making content and generating inbound traffic or inbound leads. And so that's essentially what I'm doing, is I'm targeting already established companies because they have more money to pay me. And I'm helping them create a brand on YouTube that is very hyper targeted to reach the people who are their target audience to sell to, and allow them to generate inbound leads, to book sales calls, and then of course make more money. And this is how you scale. This is how the big guys make money. And so I'm finding people who are constrained by that and helping them scale up. And so that's kind of the business model. So for like, I guess, context for any future video that you might watch, you might see some regulars in the comments. I always ask anybody, if you comment, please comment asking anything that you want me to cover, because these are horribly disorganized at the moment, and I anticipate that over time they're going to get more organized, but they're still going to be low quality because the whole idea is for it to be raw and like vlog style and not like super good looking. But I do want to include anything that anybody's curious, because the entire purpose of these videos is one primarily to keep me consistent, because I find that one character trait that I lack, that I think that is holding back from extreme success at the moment, is consistency. And so if I stay consistent by posting every single day here, no matter what, no matter the circumstance, even if there's an emergency, I will be posting. That's kind of the goal. And so it's to keep me consistent. But secondarily, and also kind of more importantly to me, is to have an actual log and to show people what it's actually like trying to be successful, because a lot of people have been sold on the lifestyle and that it's easy and that it's lazy money and like side hustles. But the reality of the situation is you just have to do the work. And it's really boring, and it's really meticulous and repetitive, and most people don't understand that because they don't have a concept of what it looks like. And so I want to show people what it looks like. And so obviously me like vlogging at the end of the day in my car isn't showing you what it looks like, which I've been thinking about, and I want to like show you day to day. So I might think about that, but that's kind of just like a lowdown of everything that's been going on. But lessons for today. A big one that I learned is I didn't ever really believe or think that like manifestation or affirmations were real. Like I thought they were kind of BS. I think it's what people do to like not have to put in the work and actually get something. But my mind's been changed today. And so after learning about how human psychology works and beliefs, and how our actions are rooted in our beliefs, and we do things that are against what we believe, because there's a difference between what we know and what we believe. And so you might know something to be right, but you might not believe it to be right because you may have been rewarded for doing what you know was wrong in the past. And so your body thinks it's right, even though you know up here knowledge-wise that it's not. And our beliefs are rooted in our experiences, which if you've experienced some sort of reward for doing something that you think is bad, then your body's going to think that it's good to keep doing that, even though consciously you know it's not. And so it comes back to, essentially you can, with affirmations, you can write down a statement and you can read it out loud and then really visualize it in your brain. Like take an actual picture and visualize it, and then think about how it would make you feel when you're actually there and it actually happens. And so you've essentially just created an experience, because your brain has a very hard time distinguishing reality from fantasy. And that's why a lot of things in dreams feel real. And so if you essentially simulate a real experience, as if you say you want this car, and it's like you visualize yourself getting in the car, buckling your seatbelt, and the feeling that you have when you actually have done it and you've gotten that car, your brain isn't going to be able to tell a difference between you having that car and not having that car. And so if you do that enough times, your brain's going to start to believe that you have that. And if you actually believe it, then your actions will reflect it. And then really it's just about becoming the person who can. Like if you are the person who can be a millionaire, then you'll be a millionaire. That's kind of the whole idea behind that. And so again, these videos are kind of just logging, not necessarily the work, but more the becoming. So it's me growing. And so these might not mean anything day to day, but they will mean a lot when compared over time. And so I don't anticipate that, like, obviously being a millionaire is a huge feat and it's a dream, especially for somebody who's my age. I'm 19. And I don't anticipate this taking any less than 3 to 5 years. And so I'll be posting a minimum of 1,000 videos, and I'm on number like 9. So I just got home. But yeah, today was a good day. It was more of a rest day and a like wrap up loose ends day. I'm going home, like back to my hometown. I'm in college and I'm going back hometown for winter right now. And so tomorrow I'm leaving for that. And so there probably won't be too much to update you on tomorrow, besides my random thoughts that I have in the car ride home. But yeah, I guess this is more of an update about why I'm doing this and not necessarily like the journey itself. So yeah. Action items is try affirmations. And when you do it, it doesn't mean anything if you just say the words. You need to say the words and visualize it and feel what you would feel like in that situation. So for me, I want to be able to one day retire my parents. Like that would be really cool, because they've obviously supported me from like the start, but like they support me, but they don't really understand what I want to do. And so by retiring them, I think they'll be able to finally understand like the magnitude of what I want to accomplish. And so for me, that's important. And so instead of just saying, I'm going to retire my parents, or I'm someone who retired, like I say that, doesn't mean anything. But if I say that and then I visualize me like telling them, look, like you don't have to go to work tomorrow, and like feeling the feeling in the room of what that might feel like when I do that, create an artificial experience for my brain. So just try it. Write down some goals of yours or things that you want to be, or the person who you want to become, and don't just say it out loud, but maybe say it out loud and put yourself as if you are there, and you can create an artificial experience for your brain to start believing that you actually are, and then you will be. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow.